Racing. Oh, Burrito red and missed it 2 or 3 lengths. Burrito slow to get going. Ravada away quickly near the inside with Mars sent best notes. El Quahira's Sun further out goes up 4th from Dona. Burrito improves now from Go with the Flow. Aerosmith Peep on the Sly at the winning post and best notes on the outside. Ravada inclined to get its head up 2nd. Mars sent 3rd. Burrito is now 4th, followed by El Quahira's Sun. 1700 to go out of the straight and best notes slows them up in front. Leads by a length and a quarter now to Ravada. On the outside of it, Mars sent. Ravada came off the rail there. Mars sent pratted out 3 deep and Burrito got up on the rail now. 2 lengths El Quahira's Sun, 1.5 then to Dona on the outside to Go with the Flow. A length of Peep on the Sly. At last of all is Aerosmith, and they're not going hard down to the 1400 metre mark. Best notes about 3/4 to a length in front. Burrito came off the inside. Seemed to bump slightly there with Ravada, and now Burrito's gone up outside. Best notes at the 1200 metre mark. In fact, it's run to the front, Burrito down the back. Led 3/4 now, a length and a half best notes. 3 to Ravada, and they put on a better speed. 2 further back, El Quahira's Sun 4th on the outside there of Mars sent. 3 to Dona. 1 further back in the race, Go with the Flow. Aerosmith and Peep on the Sly. 9.50 out. Burrito 2.5 best notes. 2 to Ravada. The pace is better now. 1 further back, El Quahira's Sun. Mars sent is running 5th ahead away the rail. 2 further back, Dona over on the inside. Go with the Flow. And the last couple off the back, Peep on the Sly and Aerosmith. They start to bunch. They go to the 700 metre mark, and it's Burrito a length in front of best notes. Ravada 3 out on the outside, and El Quahira's Sun is out 4 deep. Mars sent is getting up on the inside, a length further back, Dona. Running on fairly now from Go with the Flow, followed by Peep on the Sly and Aerosmith. Burrito best notes now at the 500 metre mark. A length in front of Ravada, hard-ridden El Quahira's Sun went around it, and here's Dona putting in a run out wide. 2 further back in the race, Go with the Flow and Mars sent. The leader is Burrito before the turn now from El Quahira's Sun, and Dona coming into it quickly. Around the turn, 300 to go. El Quahira's Sun nosed out Burrito, but Dona joins them quickly, 180 metres to go. He takes the lead now, Dona. For Gauchi with 150 to run. Aerosmith and Peep on the Sly late, but Dona draws away, and Dona wins a length and a half. Peep on the Sly, El Quahira's Sun 3rd, 4th Aerosmith, then your Burrito from Ravada. Further back, Go with the Flow, Mars sent, and last of all is best notes.
And 295 there at Moonee Valley on the 3rd. Number 2, Dona, 290, 130. 9 is Peep on the Sly, 410 for the place, and 5 El Quahira's Sun at 460.
On the Super Tab 2, Dona, 310, 120. Number 9, Peep on the Sly to return 440, and 5 El Quahira's Sun, 340.
And the winner gives Darren Gauchi and trainer Johnny Hawkes an early double, winning 2 of the first 3. And Dona's drawn away to win comfortably. Number 2, ridden by D. Gauchi. Number 9 is 2nd. Number 9, Peep on the Sly, R. Griffiths. And 3rd is 5, El Quahira's Sun, Pat Payne. 2, 9 and 5. 4th.
Okay, this is Triple SFM, the good sport. It's the Moya Stakes, race number 4. Let's go to Melbourne, Brian.
It completes the line and they're ready. Line good. Racing. Moss Rocket bounced quickly, so did Aussie Cozzy out wide on the track. Then they got out in front of Tishan Moon. Poetic King is right there with them. Chief De Beers is hunted along from Sequalo, who's 3rd last in the early point from Quality Gold and Fighter Bay. Moss Rocket caught deep on the outside, 750 out. He's pushing on for the front though, and Moss Rocket's going to get over, lead by a length now to Aussie Cozzy, and Chief De Beers very close up today in the middle, and Sequalo got up on the fence too, then to Poetic King running 5th as they come onto the course proper. A gap, Quality Gold, well back Tishan Moon and Fighter Bay. Moss Rocket 1.5, Chief De Beers at the 450 metre mark, a neck, then Sequalo. Poetic King to the outside, 4th, 2 further back, then came Quality Gold. Around the turn they come, and Moss Rocket turn for home, 2.5 in front now from Sequalo. Poetic King out wide, Chief De Beers struggling. Moss Rocket in front, 150 metres from home. He's a length and a half in front. Latest Quality Gold from Sequalo. Moss Rocket getting tired, the 3-year-old Quality Gold is storming home and gets up. Quality Gold, the neck on the line, Moss Rocket. Photo 3rd, Sequalo or Poetic King. Further back in the race, Fighter Bay. Then Tishan Moon, a gap, Chief De Beers, and Aussie Cozzy is last of all in the Moya.
And the winner there, number 9, Quality Gold, $20 and $3.51. Moss Rocket at 110. It's a photo for 3rd. 2 Sequalo is showing $2, $1.40 for number 3, Poetic King.
Super Tab 9, Quality Gold, $15.60 and $2.80. 1 Moss Rocket, $1.20. Those for 3rd, 2 Sequalo, $1.90, or number 3, Poetic King, $1.40.
To our Mace K. 1 is 2nd, Moss Rocket, Robert Thompson, and the judge calling on the photo for 3rd. It's 9, 1 and a photo. 9, 1 and a photo, and 58.3. The photo to rest between Poetic King and Sequalo. Poetic King gets third on the outside, number 3. So it's 9, 1 and 3. 9, 1, 3 after the running of the Moya. Quality Gold continues the great run of 3-year-old horses in the race, ridden by Shane Dye. We're asking Connections to be out on the track to lead the winner back after the Moya Stakes. Oh, they went at breakneck pace. Home the last 635.5, the last 424.6, the last 212.7. And he had to work hard to get across Moss Rocket. Still in front when they turned 150 out. He was wobbling, he was that tired. And the one that had sat back at the last crack at him. 9, 1 and 3, 9, 1, 3. Let's go to Brian now. He's got Grant Searle, the winning trainer.
All right, we won't be able to get that now. At Kembla, it's 3, 7 and 1.
A house or thinking about renovating an old one, see SSS sponsor the Brightworks for brass. The Brightworks have solid brass door handles, light switches, hinges, locks, knobs and bells. In fact, anything you need in brass to renovate your house. Call out to the Brightworks for brass. Want something different? The Brightworks can make you mailboxes, shower rails, supply your bathroom taps and fittings. They can even make you a bar rail. The Brightworks for brass at 67 Kembla Street, Fyshwick, 9 to 5 weekdays, 9 till 2 on Saturdays, or longer by appointment.
The line is good. The light is on. Set. Racing. Out in a good line, Colburn down on the inside, bounce quickly, Western Red has eased back, and there's Island Morn going fast with Pearl Prince further out, State Taj and Saber Suit when they settle down, running down towards the 1450, and Island Morn in front with State Taj going around the outside, second, Saber Suit third, fourth is Pearl Prince from Colburn, and Allegro is shading it now, they're followed by John Quest, Juggler caught a little wide over on the inside, Dark Czar, then Sports Beat, Change of Fortune, further back, Pragmatism, Socorano, Western Red, last of all into the back is Desert Chill at the 1,000-metre mark, and Island Morn out in front, a length and a half to State Taj, who gets the drop on the leader now. 2 lengths, Saber Suit back running third, 3 further back, Pearl Prince running fourth, a half then Allegro on the outside, a length into Colburn, further back John Quest, and Juggler caught 3 deep, 1.5 further back in the race, Dark Czar, then Sports Beat, Pragmatism, Socorano, Change of Fortune, the rail, second last Western Red, Desert Chill last of all, 750 out, up the side, Island Morn 3/4, 2 State Charge, a neck further back, Saber Suits 3 wide third, 2 further back, Allegro's had a nice run, Juggler around it from Pearl Prince, 2 lengths further back, Colburn, and they're followed on the outside by Sports Beat, then John Quest and a gap in the race further back, then to Pragmatism from Dark Czar, Socorano, Change of Fortune, Island Morn a half in front of State Taj, and on the outside Saber Suit, then Juggler 4 out when they turn, 2 to Allegro, Sports Beat, Colburn looking for a way through, with Pearl Prince they turn, State Taj at the 200, got it set in front, tackled by Juggler out wide, State Taj and Juggler draw away from Sports Beat, Juggler's got a head in front now, it's Juggler a neck in front, Gouchy goes for 3, he's got it, and home goes Juggler, a big run, a length and a quarter in the run home, 2 State Taj, third home in the race is Sports Beat, then further back in the race would have been Colburn, out wide running on Dark Czar, and then Saber Suit, Pearl Prince, Pragmatism, Island Morn, Socorano, Change of Fortune, John Quest, Desert Chill, Allegro, and last of all is Western Red.
And number 4 Juggler, $4.90 and $2, 1 State Taj, $3.20, and 11 Sports Beat at $4.70.
Super Tab, number 4 Juggler to return $6.80 and $2.50, number 1 State Taj $2.80, and number 11 Sports Beat $4.50.
Number 4. A very strong win there by Juggler today, because he was never closer than 3 to the rail. And he scored here from State Taj, number 1. And third placing goes to 11, number 11 Sports Beat. 4-1-11, 4-1-11 to the Waterford Crystal. And Darren Gouchy a winning treble today after the first 5 races. And it's Juggler, prepared by Gay Waterhouse, ridden by D. Gouchy, beating State Taj, D. Oliver, and third 11 Sports Beat, ridden by Greg Hall. Well, that's a big performance, because he never got closer than 3 to the rail there, Juggler, but he kept rolling on, and the toppy State Taj went up and sat outside the leader. Got its head in front when they turned for home, State Taj, and then Juggler came at him, and Juggler had the toughest run in the race. So all honours have been there with the winner. Gouch is riding like a demon today, D. Gouchy. 3 for the day. 4-1-11. Gay Waterhouse will be a happy Gay Waterhouse. She's with Brian now.
Sorry, that.
Thank you.
All right, we won't be able to get that. Race 6, Melbourne.
Okay, this is SSS The Good Sport. Melbourne race number 6, the Cox Plate, due at 3:30. Let's have another look down the board there. Race number 6, Melbourne. Number 1, Solve It, 25 and 640. 2, Jeune, 570, 240. 3, Mahogany, Late Mail, 520 and 190. 4, Seascape, 38 and 850. 5, Station Hand, 30 and 660. 6, Star Dancer. And number 6, Star Dancer, is showing for the win, 72, the place 15. Number 7, Pakaraka Star, 47 and $10. Number 8, Mr. Marconi, 16 and 370. 9, Dane Winners into favourite now, 490, 190. 10, Stony Bay, 21, 490. 11, Just Apollo, 55 and 10. 12, Danarani, 21, 510. 13, Our Maze K, 520, 250. 14, Octagonal, 980, 290. 15 is out. 1,526,000 in the win pool, 887,000 the place pool, 13.93 selections, race 6. Moonee Valley, the Cox played at 3:30. Here's a New South Wales update.
TAB figures win and place for all runners. Solve It number 1, $30 and $7.40. 2, Jeune, $7.20 and $2.90. 3, Mahogany, $6.40 and $2.40 for the place. Number 4, Seascape, $46.60 and $10.10. 5, Station Hand, $45.80 and $9.60. 6, Star Dancer, $60.40 for the win, $12.70 for the place. Pakaraka Star, number 7, $84.30 and $16.10. Number 8, Mr. Marconi, $16.10 and $3.90. 9, Dane Win is $4.60 and $1.60 equal favourite. 10, Stony Bay, $14.40, $3.40. 11, Just Apollo, $86.10 and $16.30. 12, Danarani, $15.30 and $3.40. 13, Our Maze K, $14.60, $2.60, and number 14, Octagonal,
$4.60, mate.
$4.60 and $2.60 there. Our Maze K, number 13, $4.60, $2.60, and 14, Octagonal, $7.60 and $2.50 for the place. So that's the TAB readout for the Cox Plate due in 9 minutes. On course, Dane Win and Our Maze K equal favourites. Our Maze K has been strongly supported. It's in a point. Dane Win out a point. But they're equal favourites now. Favourites for the Cox Plate. On the second line of betting, we'd go to Jeune, who's also out a point. Mahogany's on the next line, in a point. And then we go down to Octagonal, the 3-year-old, who is out 2 points, but still under the double figure mark. Dane Win, Our Maze K equal favourites. Dane Win out a point. Our Maze K in a point. He's been the best backed runner for the Cox Plate. Race 6, and it's due in 8 minutes.
Cox Plate in Melbourne. Further look, number 1, Solve It, 25 and 6. 2, Jeune, 560, 230. 3, Mahogany, the Late Mail, 560, 210. 4, Seascape, 41 and 880. 5, Station Hand, 30 and 650. 6, Star Dancer, 73 and 15. 7, Pakaraka Star, 51 and 10. 8, Mr. Marconi, 16, 380. 9, Dane Win, the sub and favourite, 470, 190. 10, Stony Bay, 21, 490. 11, Just Apollo, 58 and 10. 12, Danarani, 20 and 5. 13, Our Maze K, 510, 250. 14, Octagonal, 940, 280. 15 is out. 2,079,000 in the win pool there. 1,155,000 in the place pool. Selection 13 from 9 and 3. Race 6, Moonee Valley, the Cox Plate at 3:30.
Catch all the action of the world.
And the last couple are coming to the line. We're waiting on Star Dancer, who goes in, and Our Maze K going for 7 in a row. The champion 3-year-old goes to the outside, and the Cox Plate field is ready. They're set. They're racing. Dane Win began okay, and Our Maze K has flown the gate from the outside and has hit the front in the first 100 metres, Our Maze K. He moved 2 lengths in front of Stony Bay and Mahogany, and further out Solve It. Dane Win is on the inside from Pakaraka Star, Mr. Marconi, Station Hand. Sweeping out of the straight from Danarani, Octagonal. Seascape the middle, and further back then came Just Apollo. Jeune second last, and Star Dancer last of all. Our Maze K on top by 2 down the side. Second in the race, Stony Bay, and Dane Win is third on the rail. A half then to Solve It, fourth a length further back in the race, Mahogany. Then Station Hand moving up on the outside from Pakaraka Star, Mr. Marconi. Danarani the inside, and Just Apollo 3 deep. Then Seascape, Octagonal. Further back in the race then, Star Dancer and Jeune is last of all. 1,200 out, and it's Our Maze K, the 3-year-old colt in front. He's 3/4 to a length in front of Stony Bay. Dane Win is getting a glorious run third. A half then to Solve It fourth. 2 further back, Mahogany running running fifth and Just Apollo 3 deep. Back in the middle, Station Hand and 2 lengths, Pakaraka Star. Outside him is the fellow Kiwi, Mr. Marconi. 2 further back in the race, then Octagonal 3 deep around Seasky. Danarani on the fence, a length further back, Jern. He's at the tail at the 800 metre mark with Star Dancer. Off the back in the Cox Plate, and it's our Mace K. Over on the inside and neck in front with Stony Bay putting the pressure on the outside. Solvit is further out on the track with Station Hand. Then Just Apollo. Damewin is waiting for a run at the 600 metre mark, and further back in the race, Mahogany off the rail. Pulled out wide on the track is Octagonal, and the widest runner is Jern. Our Mace K struggling. He's gone. Station Hand has hit the front. Damewin carried back through the field. Hampered badly. Station Hand in front. Here's Octagonal and Jern with a mighty run. Then getting through is on the inside Mahogany. Mahogany rails up with Octagonal at the 200 metre marker on the outside. Octagonal, Mahogany coming at him stride for stride now in the Cox Plate. Mahogany, Octagonal, Octagonal, Mahogany. Octagonal's got his nose in front. Octagonal wins the Cox Plate, wins it ahead. Mahogany 2 lengths away, third. Station Hand. Jern has run fourth from Just Apollo. Then Mr. Marconi followed by Seasky. Pakaraka Star. Damewin was knocked out of the race at the 550 metre mark by the towering Our Mace K. Well back Stony Bay. Then Danarani, Star Dancer, Solvit, and Our Mace K is last of all in the Cox Plate for 95.
Double 46.60.
And win in place Octagonal, number 14, 8.20 and 2.60. 3 Mahogany, 2.50 and 5 Station Hand, $9.10.
On the Super Tab, 14 Mahogany, $9.10 and $2.90. Number 3 Mahogany to return $2.20 and 5 for third. Station Hand, $6.50.
Octagonal, ridden by Shane Dye, has won the Cox Plate for 95. Number 3 Mahogany, railing through, getting on terms, has run second. And third placing goes to a Station Hand. Station Hand is third. In the Cox Plate, ridden by Darren Gouchy. It's a 3-year-old's Cox Plate, and it's Octagonal, who has just outstayed Mahogany down to the line in the BMW WS Cox Plate. What a great battle. What a ride by Hall to get Mahogany through on the inside. Octagonal came at him in a terrific battle over the last 200 metres. The 3-year-old and Dye have got the prize. Ahead of Mahogany was Station Hand third. Damewin carried out of the race when Our Mace K weakened. Our Mace K flew the gate from the outside, cleared them 3 lengths, but went back through the field at the 550 and collected Damewin, knocked him out of the race, which is a tragedy for such a great race. Octagonal swept around the outside. Mahogany took the run on the inside, and Dye and Hall have settled down for one of the great finishes I've seen in the Cox Plate, and it's Octagonal, the 3-year-old, nosing Mahogany out. Coming back to scale now, the winner of the BMW Cox Plate. The winner about to come back with the clerk of the course. And that is Octagonal for the Ingham family, the Ingham brothers. What a day for Johnny Hawkes. And Billy Idol, Shane Dye. Shane Dye wins the BMW Cox Plate. Number 14. Shane coming back now. What a great ride here by Greg Hall and Mahogany to go so close. Railing up on the inside to run second. Station Hand third, D. Gouchy. Fourth in is Jern from the back of the field, and fifth in is number 4, and that is Seasky. The winner returning here. Brian's ready for us now. I think Dan will go down to him shortly, but it's Octagonal. Octagonal buys Zabil from 8 Carat. Race by Woodland Stud, giving the Inghams one of their biggest race wins. People who put a tremendous amount of money and investment into racing. Johnny Hawkes, the trainer, gives John his greatest win as a horse trainer. And Shane Dye, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, we'll take more from Melbourne in a moment. They're arriving at the barrier, Brisbane. Race 7.
Given ends the Cox Plate, New South Wales.
Moonee Valley Race 6, number 14 Octagonal, 8.20 and 2.60. 3 Mahogany, 2.50 and 5 Station Hand, $9.10. The Quinella, 36.20. Exacta, $71.40. And the Trifecta, $2,174.30. Race 6 Moonee Valley, 8.20, 2.60 for 14 Octagonal, 2.50 for 3 Mahogany, 9.10 for 5 Station Hand. Winning jockey Shane Dye. Quinella, 36.20. Exacta, $71.40 and the Trifecta, $2,174.30. Extra double 4 and 14. Juggler with Octagonal, 46.60. 46.60 dividends on race 6, the Cox Plate from Moonee Valley.
Thanks, Matthew. A half neck by 2 there, a half neck by 2, the margins in Melbourne after the Cox Plate.
Raced over 1,500 metres. And in goes Hustle to complete the field. Stand by for action. River Breeze from Scone drawn on the inside as the starter climbs his stand, presses the button, away they go, and immediately dropping back towards the tail, Wakulash with Kalahari Sands and Praise Indeed, and a Hustle from the outside barrier. Lobbed in the lead, and his 2 lengths Jev Heed, third Symbols. Here's the Prince a handy fourth. Wakulash starting to muster speed from L8, and then a gap to Stockton Wood, improving Cardinal Puff. Length and a half then to Kalahari Sands, River Breeze, Star Chimes next to last, and Praise Indeed is the tail ender going onto the first corner near the 1,000, and Hustle's breaking them up. He leads about a length and 3/4 Jev Heed, 3/4 to Symbols on the inside, 2 to the favourite. Here's the Prince at his quarters on the outside. Wakulash a couple into L8 wide, followed closely by Cardinal Puff, Stockton Wood, then River Breeze on the inside of Kalahari Sands, Star Chimes next to last, and Praise Indeed is last, the best part of 12 or 15 lengths from the leader Hustle, who at the 600 metres is just over a length on Jev Heed. Symbols third, waiting for the run. Here's the Prince in fourth, Posse 2.5 Wakulash, 3 lengths to Cardinal Puff, a length to L8 Praise Indeed at the outside as they straighten from River Breeze. In the stretch at the 350, and Hustle tackled by Symbols, who gets the run. Jev Heed is dropping off, and here's the Prince, asked for his big effort now, and then Wakulash and Praise Indeed. Symbols joined by here's the Prince. They beat off Hustle, and then comes Jev Heed, but here's the Prince, puts his head in front of Symbols. Praise Indeed from a long way back, but here's the Prince is starting to draw clear, and here's the Prince wins the money. Here's the Prince beats Symbols and Praise Indeed, followed home by Star Chimes with Jev Heed. Over on the fence next, River Breeze from L8, Wakulash, and then Hustle, followed by Cardinal Puff, good margin Kalahari Sands, and last of all was Stockton Wood.
Here's the Prince on Super Tab, $2.40 and $1.40. Number 4 Symbols to return $1.60, and number 7 Praise Indeed 2 even.
250, 150 after a short sharp tussle with Symbols beat her off. Number 4 Symbols 170, and number 7 Praise Indeed coming home strongly for third and looking as though he's needing a 1,600 trip now. And
about to move up Queanbeyan.
Will be $2.20. Here's the Prince. That was the horse's first Sydney win. All his other wins have been on the Canberra track. He's been a very honest gelding by Opera Prince from Here's the Point, trained by John Morrissey for Mr. H.G. Rumble and ridden by Darren Beedman. Darren's first winner since resuming race riding from suspension here today. And the Canberra horses had now 10 starts, 6 wins, 2 seconds and a third. Number 4 second, Symbols by Al Hareb from Helena Bay, Bill Mitchell, Bill Aspros. And number 7, Praise Indeed, Crazy Moon, Bold Praise, Neville McBurney, Len Beasley. The official fourth went to 3 Star Chimes. The time was 1:27.9, and the fifth placing incidentally is Jev Heed. So 3 and 6 for fourth.
90 just about set Melbourne. Moonee Valley Cup.
The race over the 2,500 metres, the first time we've had it over this trip on the new Strathair track. Quick Ransom goes up, and they're ready now. Set for the Moonee Valley Cup. Light about to come on. The Phantom Chance drawn in. Pinny the grey mare on the inside. No one to come up now. And that's a presser. The presser goes to its gate now. Set to go. Starter's got a good line. Good movement out wide there. There's the light. Racing. Out in a good line too in the Moonee Valley Cup, and Campaign Warrior moved away well out wide with a presser. Toil began okay, Storm further out and going up on the inside, settling down the grey mare Pindy. Just behind Pindy, Native Sam from Tall Lord, 2 to the Phantom Chance, and they're followed by Big Baron. 2 then to Bullwinkle, followed by Cessna, Quick Ransom, Jimmy Dash, Richard Cranium, and last of all Gossips. Up around the top turn, 2,100 metres to go. A presser from the outside crosses over now, leads from Pindy, and Toil is on the outside. A length for the back, Campaign Warrior trapping gapping a little deep on the outside, but travelling forward now, allowed to stride. It's going up towards the front, Campaign Warrior. Toil is in the centre as they come down towards the winning post. Toil just shading a presser. Toil now a half in front of the presser, and Campaign Warrior third, 3 deep around the outside of Tall Lord. Over on the inside, Pindy 2 then to Storm, who's got up on the outside of Native Zam, a length and a half the Phantom Chance on the back of Storm, and they're followed by Bullwinkle, Big Baron, the rail, then Cessna Gossips. Further back, Quick Ransom, followed by Jimmy Dash and Richard Cranium. 1600 out, and Toil has moved on the outside to be about a half length in front of a presser. 2 further back in the race, Campaign Warrior has got in now to be running third. Fourth on the inside, Pindy. Tall Lord is running fifth, then Native Zam, who's over on the inside of Storm, and they're followed by Big Baron. Midfield, wet off the fence, the Phantom Chance from Gossips. They're followed by Bullwinkle, then Cessna back on the inside, Jimmy Dash, and 2 to Quick Ransom, and Richard Cranium last of all. 1200 out. Along the back, a presser again pushed up on the inside to be about a half in front of Toil. 1.5 Pindy, the grey mare, third. A half Campaign Warrior, fourth. Running fifth in the race, Native Zam inside Tall Lord. 1.5 then to Storm. It's running seventh. Has had a nice run today, Storm. 2 to Big Baron outside it, the Phantom Chance. 2 to Gossips, and then Bullwinkle. Further back, Jimmy Dash, Quick Ransom, 3 deep around Cessna, and Richard Cranium last of all. A presser and Toil at the 800 metre mark, little between them. A length and a half. Campaign Warriors had a nice run, third. They're followed by Pindy the rail. 2 lengths further back, then Tall Lord, who goes up fifth. Then Native Zam outside it, Storm. 2 to the Phantom Chance, given a crack with a whip there by Dittman. Then Bullwinkle creeping around Gossips, followed by Quick Ransom, Big Baron the rail from Cessna, Jimmy Dash, and Richard Cranium. Toil in front, but under pressure from Campaign Warrior. Further out is Storm and Pindy trying to get a run, and here's Bullwinkle putting it a run. Then the Phantom Chance. Storm is racing down to Toil when they turn for home, and Storm has hit the front. Storm has raced 2 lengths, Toil and Bullwinkle running on. The Phantom Chance struggling, but Storm has gone for home, 2.5 in front from Bullwinkle at the 150. Then Quick Ransom, Hall riding hard. He'll get this run home today, though, Storm. Storm wins the Moonee Valley Cup by 2 lengths in the run home to Bullwinkle. Photo for third, Quick Ransom or Cessna from nowhere, and a good go for third. Then Gossips, and further back in the race, Pindy. Over on the inside, Toil. Further back, Campaign Warrior, Tall Lord, Big Baron. The Phantom Chance didn't come on from a presser, Jimmy Dash, Richard Cranium, and last of all, tailed off is Native Zam.
15-1 and a photo. 15 Storm the winner, 570 and 210. 1 Bullwinkle 370. For third, it's a photo. 9 Quick Ransom is showing 230, or 17 Cessna, $8.10.
Number 15 Storm.
On the Super Tab to return 5, 10 and 210. Number 1 Bullwinkle 330. Those for third. 9 Quick Ransom 230, or number 17 Cessna 630.
And placing goes to 1, and that is Bullwinkle. And getting up for third is Quick Ransom, ahead of Cessna. 15, 1 and 9. 15, 1 and 9. Well, there's some compensation for Greg Hall, who missed winning the Cox Plate by a half neck. Which would be a bit of disappointment, but today he had this horse in a prominent position, 6th in the run all the way. Up a lot closer today, and once the races have got to the 25 and beyond, as I've said earlier today, he's a force, Storm. He hasn't won too many races. I think that's about his only second win. And Hall gave him a beautiful ride today. 15, 1 and 9. 15, 1 and 9 on the Moonee Valley Cup. 15, 1 and 9. A gem of a ride there by Hall. Let's go to Brian Blackmore.
All right, we'll have more from Melbourne shortly. Here's Matt.
OK, Les, race 7 from Doomben's.
Let's shortly go to Ian. We've got 1 to go in Melbourne, race number 8 at Moonee Valley, coming up at 4:50. We'll try and clear these openers. In fact, they're just about set, Sydney. We'll go to Ian. We'll come back with those Melbourne openers in a moment.
100 metres is the distance. Getting pretty dark looking south, and the odd flash of lightning. Now Darren Beedman comes forward on Alert Me. Victoria Park, ridden by Len Beasley, goes up to the outside, gate number 15, so we're all set, ready to run. This is race 7, Rosehill Gardens, the Conacher Handicap. Replica on the fence. Racing, and Victoria Park wide out, one of the best to commence, headed by Giant Slide. Batwing looking for the lead, and handy as our Replica. Snippety Lad wide out from Rhapsodic and Warrior Bard, and now Victoria Park getting back as Alert Me improves. After a length, the Mansell Bay, Urimbla Destroyers, Image, Ale Yannick. Just a Printer is second last, and 3 or 4 to our Bo Yang. Down the side at the 700, and here it's Batwing leading Alert Me. Our Replica joining the pair on the inside. Victoria Park can't get on the track as they pass the 600, followed then by by Money Bags. Rhapsodic Warrior Bard, Giant Slide, Mansell by Urimbla, Snippety Lad, Just a Printer, then Destroyer's Image, Ella Yannick and 3 or 4 Bo Yang straightening, and our Replica is the leader, a length on Batwing, Alert Me, followed by Warrior Bard, who's coming up on the inside from Giant Slide. Victoria Park's a mile out on the track. Our Replica in front, about 3/4 Warrior Bard. Rhapsodic from a long way back, but it's still our Replica having his first run for his new trainer Gordon York at Wyong. Our Replica a mile too good. Victoria Park will get second, Rhapsodic third, but our Replica beat Victoria Park and Rhapsodic, then Warrior Bard, Giant Slide, Urimbla, Just a Printer. At the head of the others, Mansell Bay, followed home by Alert Me. At the head of the rest then came Ella Yannick, Destroyer's Image, Snippety Lad, our Bo Yang, Money Bags, and Batwing